Why do you keep missing all the opportunities around you? Welcome back. I'm Jo, a wealth and identity mentor for female founders. And I'm here to help women stop playing small and become the women who naturally create wealth, success, and more freedom. Have you ever wondered why you keep getting in your own way, as I say? You're feeling stuck, frozen, you're scared to move, to jump into that next level. You know what you need to do. You know you should make either that phone call or post that video, raise your price, go out for that walk, or finally actually put yourself first. But instead, you hesitate, you put it off, and you let your mind dictate to you it's not safe to do it. You often tell yourself you're going to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and nothing changes. In actual fact, the script in your mind gets less positive. And it's easy to say that we're unmotivated or we're lacking confidence, but I don't think that's what's actually happening at all. I don't think you're holding yourself back. I think you're protecting still a version of yourself that once helped you feel safe. Hear me out. If you've spent years believing that it's safer not to be seen, to be visible, you're naturally going to avoid opportunities to be visible. If you've learned that asking for more makes people judge and criticize you, you're going to struggle to charge what you're truly worth. And if you've believed that someone else needs more come before yours, you're naturally going to say yes to everything when actually you want to say no. And it doesn't mean you're broken or something's wrong. It can often mean your mind is just doing exactly what it was designed to do, to keep you safe. That's its role. The problem is that your mind can't always tell the difference between what kept you safe years ago and what's keeping you stuck and frozen today. So every time we want to grow or we want to expand our business, we want to attract more clients, we want more money flowing in, we want to become more visible, the old part of us is still saying, no, don't go there. It's not safe. Stay here. But we don't have to be that anymore, because the good news is you don't have to stay stuck and become forevermore that old version of yourself. This often happens when we've hit our limit and we're ready to jump into the next level. And that's why it feels like we're frozen and stuck. And so many of us stay here far longer than they were ever supposed to. You end up giving up, don't you? And you feel it's impossible to move. You tell yourself all the reasons you can't do it. And so you're confirming those old beliefs that you're not good enough, you're not worthy of success. And all it is old limiting beliefs, just filtering your vision, creating the behaviours and actions you no longer want. And that's exactly what kept me stuck, broke, and playing victim for so many years. But once you realise you have the power to change and you begin changing what you believe about yourself, your actions naturally begin to change too, for the better. And that is where your imagination becomes one of the most powerful tools you have. Most people don't use their imagination. They let and allow their imagination to use them. Instead of imagining what's possible, we imagine everything that can go wrong. And not only once, we do it 50, 60 times. We replay failure before we even get started, don't we? We picture ourselves being rejected or embarrassed or disappointed and scared and alone. That's because our mind's creating a future we don't want, and then our body will naturally react as if it's already happened. You feel the anxiety. So no wonder we end up staying stuck. Because your imagination was never meant to trap you. It was meant to show your mind what is possible to create, your dreams, your desires, your goals, to help you see the woman that you're becoming, to let you experience that confidence, the feeling of the freedom, the wealth, the success before it comes alive for you. Because what you can hold in your mind, you can hold in your hands. That's what Bob Proctor always said. Because the mind can't tell the difference between reality and what you imagine. So the question is this: are you actually using your imagination to create the life and the outcomes that you want? Or are you allowing it to create the life you fear? And when you ask yourself this, you might be surprised at your own answers. When I first learned and understood that all we do is carry these subconscious beliefs, I started to get really curious. I started asking myself, what am I not seeing then because of what I currently believe? I realised some of my beliefs weren't allowing me to see the opportunities, the real ideas, the support and abundance that were already all around me because I believed I wasn't worthy of great success, wealth, or support. That's all my mind looked for. I always noticed stories about women doing everything on their own, struggling, being the hero, and hearing people saying how hard life was and how I had to work harder. I felt as though that was my truth. I couldn't see or feel anything else to tell me anything different, but it wasn't. That was the biggest lie I ever heard. It was just simply the evidence my mind was collecting to prove that those existing limiting beliefs were right. That's not the truth. That's not real. The opportunities had always been there. The support had actually always been there. And seeing other women building successful businesses without burnout, but with more ease, had already been there. I just wasn't seeing them. That's when I asked myself a different question. What would I rather believe? What beliefs would actually help me grow, help my business grow and support me all the way in every direction? What beliefs would allow me to see more possibilities instead of more problems? So I began choosing new beliefs daily. I started asking and saying out these: I am worthy of success and I am safe to receive support. There are opportunities everywhere for me. Wealth is always available to me in every way possible. And money flows to me with ease, continuously, again, every day in every way. I started using these daily. Now, affirmations work, but they don't work alone. They are just one step in the process of manifestation. Deciding what you want first, get clear with what you want, imagine it, create the feeling that you've already exists in your life. Use your imagination every day so your mind can see this new version of you having what you want, but also feeling safe. Because once I changed my beliefs, I was shocked how fast my life started to change for the better. I was actually able to do the things that the grandest version of me would have done. Now, I knew it's a lot easier to stay where you are and feel safe, but it's not where I want to be, because until I changed my beliefs, nothing else was changing. But once you do change your beliefs, your mind's going to start looking into the possibilities instead of the limitations. Your whole life begins to open up. And that's what we often forget. We have the power inside of us to change. Instead of reacting and blaming the things outside of us, we can choose to respond consciously. And if this is something that you would love support with, then you're not alone. I've created my program exactly for this reason, for female entrepreneurs, as being your own boss can be hard enough and lonely enough already. But when you're working in a supportive group of like-minded women, we will rise together. I have limited spaces available, so please reach out to me. You can either contact me on here or on my social media. And if you like this content and would like to know more, then please subscribe, like the video, and maybe share it with a friend of yours. But until next time, with much love and gratitude.